No intro today, folks. We're getting straight into this. By the time this upload, it'll be one more day left for Gamescom. No, not Gamescom. I believe it's called Capcom Reveal. I believe that's what it's called in the live stream, whatever it is. Starting tomorrow, when this video is going to be uploaded, it's going to be a big day. And guess what? Resident Evil 9 has just reached an impressive milestone. I hope all of you have marked your calendar with the release of February. Well, everyone is now getting ready for the release of Resident Evil Requiem, releasing on February 2026. Now, we all seen the trailer. So far, look at that. 1 million wish lists. Now, this is good. However, Capcom, I'm gonna say this once. Do not implement de novo. Look what happened with Monster Hunter Wilds. You know what? Why don't we check? 3 months ago, 1.3, well, nearly 1.4 million. And look at this right now. Is this embarrassing? Look at that. See this? Now, I don't know if they're going to go to Raccoon City or anything, because if they do, but then again, the trailer says it will be Raccoon City. Here's the main issue. If this is an open world, de novo must be removed, okay? Capcom, seriously, do not implement de novo. If you really want to continue RE Engine, remove de novo. The trailer also got 2.7 million views, which, no surprise, the title was quickly amassed a number of wishlists. Of course it is. Doesn't surprise me. I'm not gonna wishlist or perhaps buy it early. I will wait mostly for reviews. And right now, Capcom, hopefully they improve. If they continue to put de novo, which I don't know if they're going to continue to put de novo, but I highly doubt they won't even put de novo. Now, horror gaming has been experiencing a renaissance of sorts in recent years with the remakes of horror classics like the early Resident Evil titles and Silent Hill titles to reignite among veteran and first-time players. Yeah, well, it was a mixed result, folks. Even though it says 1 million wishlists, just remember one thing. If Capcom removed de novo, the player count is going to double that. I'm 100% certain. And also, Reforge, if you're watching this, numbnuts, I've watched the trailer, okay? There's no sign of any woke elements. Seriously, who told you that there was woke elements in Resident Evil Requiem? And you wonder why Ono Alex clown on you, Reforge, constantly. Now look, again, you can have diversity characters, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. One problem is, if you sacrifice the gameplay, the story, and put the message first, or even better, if you sacrifice the horror aspect that made Resident Evil success, then that is also going to be an issue. The horror aspect is one of the key factors that Resident Evil succeed. And yes, sometimes we all know that Capcom mostly, and I do mean Capcom Japan, they still focus on console first. And I do believe they are improving in this point. I believe they say they are improving, but it may take a long way. Because if you don't know this, the Monster Hunter Wilds is now being turned into overwhelmingly negative. You see that, if you see the percentage of the view count, it's now 50%, well, over that. And here's the problem. Capcom knew that majority of their sales come from the PC, yet they continue to ignore it by implementing things such as de novo, and for that, it lost all trust. Well, yes, some people will buy it either way if they have beef systems such as the RTX 4090, but even with Monster Hunter Wilds, some people who has the RTX 4090 is experiencing issues. So what about you guys? When you played Monster Hunter Wilds, tell me, what was your graphics card for your PC, and do you experience any lags or any performance issues? Say all those answers in the comments. I don't know if they're going to connect all the Resident Evil games or perhaps at least mention them. I think in Resident Evil 7 there were mentions. Or perhaps in Resident Evil Village there were also references to Resident Evil 5 and also the boulder punching reference. I don't know if they're going to reference any past RE games, but then again, this is Capcom. For weapons, unlike in past Resident Evil games, the most common weapon we see is the rocket launcher. But after RE7, no more rocket launchers. Honestly, I missed it. You can go guns blazing. Well, yes, for remakes there is rocket launchers, but newer titles, nah, there's nothing. There's no rocket launcher. Capcom, if you can bring back the infinite launcher on this new IP of Resident Evil, that will be grateful. For Leon and Jill, here's the thing. We don't know if they're still alive or perhaps how old are they. Hopefully they will explain the past either through comms or even dialogue, because usually, if we don't know, usually there are ways for gamers to know either the lore or the past. collectibles, and 2 is dialogue. There are times that dialogue is easy to know, the flashbacks or the lore, whatever it is. If this thing can do first person and third person, I'm good for that. I don't know. What about you guys? Do you think should I play Resident Evil games, and I do mean Resident Evil Requiem, on first person or third person? Because in my experience, when it comes to Resident Evil games, I will always play on mouse and keyboard. Well, except for the old games such as the PS2 version, that I had to play with a controller. So which one do you think is better? Keyboard and mouse or controller? That's the first question for Resident Evil Requiem. And second question, third person or first person? Which one do you think I should play? Answer all those in the comments.
We believe he may have fled to the mines on the other side of the train station.
Wait, we're the only 2 left. You want us to go in there alone?
Delta team have been dispatched and are on their way. They'll assist you in locating and apprehending Irving.
But wait, we
I
can't!
repeat, your mission stands. We can't afford to let him get away. Proceed to the mines beyond the station. Over and out.
This is insane!
You ever get the feeling you're expendable?
Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-woke detective, or you just want to see me play games, or you like trending topics. Visit my second, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.